Bir yapıştı belki. The emails again. How many emails do I need to have? Loads. Look at Angie, we should piss off her. Angie for a boulder. Angie for a boulder. It's so sick of us doing that all the time. She's naughty, she is. She's naughty. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to... Well, I'm here for some reason today. Yeah, let me explain what happened. Because we're all wondering what was going on with last week. As you all know, Devon was supposed to be leaving us last week, and I thought I was going to be able to do Queensville on Wednesday. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. Plans were altered a bit. My sister went home today, and we have now freedom to do Queensville back. Devon hasn't gone home yet. Devon is not going home till September. So she's with us for another month. But yeah, she's going home in 7 weeks' time. She's going home. I thought she was going home this week. Apparently, that was absolutely untrue. So Devon's still with us till further notice, but she is going home anyway. That's right. Welcome to Queensville, guys. Good afternoon. It is Saturday. It is been a week of weather. It's been crazy. Yesterday was thunderstorms everywhere. Hope you were safe yesterday, and the thunderstorms were phenomenal, amazing. I'm actually loving them now. Actually, and I love the fact that we cleared the weather. And the air is clear here in the northeast now, and it's much cooler. And it's gone. The whole weather has gone now. It's been a phenomenal week this week. I had an amazing day yesterday with everybody, and basically today we're going to do something different actually this week. Normally we do general chat, and you can get your chat rooms questions in, guys, this afternoon. Chat room's working, by the way. This afternoon I've had a lot of comments being sent, and also had an inbox yesterday from another Queen viewer who's joining us later, who you will know, Planet Mixer, has been in touch on the Queensville page, and he's been messaging me something very interesting. I'm going to share it with you guys later, because something cropped up actually for the past couple of days, and something I'm excited for, something I'm happy with, and something that's kind of going to make us feel very, very interesting indeed. So tune in for that later, because it'll be interesting as well. So this afternoon, as always, guys, you know the drill. Get your questions in, guys. Gaming Heads here. Talk to you later. Yes. So those questions in, guys, today. If you want to chat with me today, yes. So Devon is still here. Devon was meant to be going home this week. I was told the cage they're building at the actual golf course is not going to be made until a month's time. It's going to be ages away. So that's why Devon is still here in the premises of the studio. She's here for 5 weeks now, which is good, because now we've got some time to get things done, and everything's going well. We have been recording some tracks this week, which has been very interesting. We've had a lot of stuff to do. Jade's been brilliant this week. We had a meeting yesterday. Well, it's a short meeting we had. We didn't have a lot of people there yesterday. It's understandable. It's obviously the fact it was the air show yesterday, and today's the air show, and tomorrow's the air show. And it's been the weather's been very good today. Actually, it's been nice today, which is cool. So today it's live chat today. Yeah. So if you're all wondering where was the recorded version of Queensville, what happened to that? There was no point, because everybody was basically out. Jade was only here for Tuesday. Thursday she couldn't come on Thursday. I was free. I had no business to do, so I thought I'd go out for the day. And I thought, well, everybody's going back home on Saturday, and I thought, well, I'll just do Queensville Saturday then. So that's why I wasn't at Queensville. It was supposed to be scheduled, recorded this week. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case. But so I do apologise for that, guys. That was meant to be happening. You now get the live version today, which is even cool. We are going to do these every Saturday now at 4 o'clock till 6 for 2 hours, which is fine for me. I also have sandwiches today. I have got cheese and beetroot sandwiches today in crusty buns. So if I do eat on camera, I've been eating all day. Don't ask me why. I've had sandwiches, and now my mum made this, and I'm kind of going to be full now for the rest of the day, and it's just enough for me to eat it. So that's my thing. So questions, guys, today. Say before, guys, if you've got any questions about behind the walls, anything you want to know, let me know. I'll get them out. One thing I will do, actually, before we do, just put something on the screen. Because the text is missing off here. And along. Put that this week, actually. I'm watching today. Cool. Questions, guys, today? Anything you want to talk about? Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Interesting information about that, actually. Brian May's been posting something about that this week, about the new Bohemian Rhapsody movie. And I was actually very impressed with the thing of it. Here's Devon. Every time we stop Queensville, Devon comes in. Get in, Devon. Lie down and you behave. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down, Devon. Lie down, Devon. The mama I've got. Dog keeps wait for a dog in way. So the Rhapsody movie. Interesting thing about what I realised this week. Brian May has been posting something about auditions. He wants some people to audition for the film, to be part of the film, to be involved with the film. And Brian's putting a message out saying, apparently, if you want to apply for being in the film, then forward your stuff to me. And I looked at it first and I went, right, well, okay, so they wanted to put me in the movie. That's what it's called. And I don't know what he's doing with this, because apparently it's either something that's going to be interesting for someone to audition for it, or either is he trying to get people who are Queen fans to be in the movie. Hence the fact Jade could be in the movie, but travelling there is expensive. So you're auditioning for your singing voice anyway, which is kind of what we do anyway for our business. But right, it was a very strange thing. He posted the new movie on there as well, trailer, the second trailer. And like I say, because I've already seen the second trailer, and I've still got some seeing about it, to be honest. But we're going to try and go as a group together and go to the movie itself and find out we're going to love it or hate it or what. But you know, but I'm not going to say anything bad about it really, because now we all know the gist of it. We kind of just got these vibes where we're going a bit. Do we really want to hear this? Do we really need to do that? I'm thinking it's just not doing stuff. So it kind of would be a bit good if you want to audition for the movie, send an MP a video of it to Brian's company, or do what other people did. Send it to his email address. Good luck getting through to him. Or send it to Phil Smee at his business manager, which is obviously he's doing that now, isn't he? So there you go. But very interesting. Well, weird. B-Side Records has joined us. Hello. Welcome to Queensville. Hope it's your first time being here. Subscribe, like, chat to us, Queen, anything you want today. Our Facebook page, our Queensville Facebook page next week is getting going to be sorted out, which is going to be good. I'm starting Wednesday to sort all that good stuff out with the Queensville. We're also going to had a great idea. As you all know, we're starting to do the chats on here now. We're wanting you to contribute to this super chat thing, which we talked about. I'm going to be starting up a Patreon account in the next couple of days. And the reason I'm going to say that is because super chat is still there for you guys to donate to us. I'm thinking of putting on I'm thinking of putting on a Patreon account. And basically what it is, it's a better idea actually. If you guys love Queensville a lot, we will start a Queensville Patreon account where you can have private videos that no one will ever see. Like say for example, if you wanted to see a special like a 5-minute video for the Patreons of like behind the scenes of how Queensville's done and how it's produced, you'll only see that on Patreon. If you want us to give us a pound per Patreon every month, pay £1 a month. If you want us to contribute towards the printer, give us a £5 a month. So anything little will be good for us indeed. Because everybody in the whole world of YouTube, they are kind of struggling a bit with money, and you know we're not at the moment, but we will be soon. But we are kind of wanting a bit more of input that you guys read for it, which is interesting. So it's a good idea to think about that actually, because Patreon, I'm going to start it up anyway, because we just need some boost to the channel. We kind of really want to buy some more toners, because toners are expensive, as I say, guys. They're very expensive to buy. But if you guys want me to do that, let me know on the Facebook page, and let me know how you guys want me to do it. And if I do it, it'll be a success. Keep your chats coming in. I'll get your chats in a few minutes. I just want to talk about some other stuff actually in the moment. I'm eating all right. I've eaten so much today. So that's out of the way. Now, something has occurred. One of my subscribers trying to mix up, or someone got in touch. Maybe Game Head did. One of my subscribers got in touch with me yesterday it was. Yesterday. And I'm actually pretty surprised, but I'm also pretty confused. The DVD release of Hungarian Rhapsody is no more going to be available. They are deleting this release. Now I don't know. Now I only knew about this since yesterday, but one of my friends told me apparently that Hungarian Rhapsody is no longer available to buy. It's been deleted. Now I think I know why they've done that, because I don't think at the time they were producing the DVD and the Blu-ray release of it, I don't think they were really allowed to release this without the approval of the Hungarian government. But since I don't understand this. I mean, alright, the soundtrack's still available. I think the soundtrack is better, right? Forget the DVD bit, it's just terrible. I mean, I totally understand why they've erased it, because, to be honest, it didn't sell very well, and everybody hated it, and the print was terrible. And it didn't get restored, and none of it was right. It was just the same VHS print, and we were just mortified with it. And I wasn't happy with it. I really was actually. I thought it was a piece of crap, to be honest. So Hungarian Rhapsody I wasn't impressed with, because the fact is they had to modify it a bit for the DVD. They had to put a new beginning on it. Hungarian Rhapsody, 3D things, stuff like that. Gary Taylor's editing, production work. So unfortunately, they couldn't use the original credits for the film. Tava Cisse was not used from the beginning of the film. Couldn't use it. Because apparently they weren't allowed to use certain songs in it. Apparently it was cut. So unfortunately that was a waste of time proving out anyway. Even that real one was terrible coming out. We've never done that one. Never touched that one. So I'm thinking Queen Productions is suffering a bit from giving out DVDs that don't really need to be out at all. They've had 3 worst releases so far. The Hammersmith one is an absolute joke. Hammersmith is a total disaster. So the Hammersmith DVD is a no-no at all. Don't get it. Not until they restore it. Which it sounds to me like they are going to go back and redo it again. Maybe. They might. If they do that, it'd be great. Because it'd be cool. And but I'm glad they have deleted this release now, because it said it wouldn't be available anymore. They've pulled it off the shelves because it hasn't sold, and it's not even going to be. It's not going to be there anymore. I totally understand why they've pulled this release now, and they're going, right, well, this release is just going to be here and there and everywhere, but it never sort of never got sort of recognition it needed really for it. So there was no need to bring it out. And the fact is, when I went to see it at the cinemas, I wasn't impressed at all. The print was dreadful. There was people in the audience who liked it, but from my point of view, it was a waste of time. So they should never have done that as well. Because we're still waiting for the Highlander thing coming out. Yeah. Well, you guys didn't know about the Highlander thing coming out, did you? Tell you about that there. Highlander's the Highlander soundtrack's supposed to be coming out, but they haven't given a confirmed date yet, because EMI Virgin may have the rights to it, because Hollow Records does not want to get involved in it. And I think EMI is pushing it to get it out. I mean the full soundtrack. I'm not talking about the excerpt soundtrack. I'm talking about the full soundtrack of it, to get it out finally, which would work out nice for us. But there is a new thing about Highlander, the new film that's coming out. There's a new rework in the works at the moment, and I know that they started to get some auditions for the lead actor. But they said apparently they wanted to get Christopher Lambert and make a guest appearance in it to be. This is supposed to be the very beginning of the film, how it was a prequel to the film. I don't like prequels at all. I hate them so much. It don't make any sense. But apparently it's something to do with going back to Scotland. To basically going to reverse the film. We're going to make it in Scotland, and then they're going to film it back here in America again and try and redo it and stuff. Not that I'm using Queen's music in it, because they're not allowed to, but it's been considered to be things. But Davies and Panzer own the rights to the film. EMI doesn't own it anymore. It's actually owned by Studio Canal. And if you watched the last live stream, I said Studio Canal can piss off because I roll. Right. Chat room now. We talk to chat time. Then we've got some other news to tell you as well about one other subscriber who's told me some great information from last week, and I'll explain that after we do the chat room. So here we go. Are you watching today? That's pretty good, that. The more people you like it, the better questions we're getting for it. I'll just get me sandwich done, then we can start. So yes, it's a bit live, isn't it? Better than record it going, take the snippets out of the video. It will take ages to upload it as well. So. Gaming Head says hi. I love this dude so much. He says he says from now on, I'll buy the Japanese release of the DVD Days of Our Lives, because there's some interesting bonus features on it. Is there? Ooh. I don't know whether that's the same as a Blu-ray release in the UK, because I know that they uploaded the whole lot on YouTube. I don't know whether it's actually going to be the same one as the European release that came out. Whether the Japanese have been clever and got some extra footage and they pour it in, maybe better to buy it. But it's the first time that it'll be out in Japan. They never go out in Japan for a while, and because they wanted it in the UK European release to come out first. Then they'll say Japan, Universal Japan Music, who are fantastic actually. I think the Japanese are so brilliant when they come up with DVDs and Blu-rays and DVDs, CDs. The remasters of the Queen albums in Japan are outstanding. That's what somebody was asking me before and saying about like the Japanese CDs, where are the best ones to go for. Go for the 2003 ones, because they're brilliant. Nice ugly strips inside them as well. B-side record says, cautiously optimistic about the movie. Yeah, I mean, this movie, Queen movie thing, it's just kind of, do you really want to watch it? Do you want to give your own best opinion about it? You see, the thing is, we don't know. You have to see when we see the film. We'll see. To be very honest, I don't like the second trailer to come out because it's just a mess up altogether. I don't understand about this. The only thing that put me off was they've recreated Smile, right, the band, for the trailer, but they've done a right fuck up on it. I don't know whether that was Brian's idea really to do that. Did Tim Staffel get permission to use the songs? Because Staffel owns the songs, you know. Well, he owns the album now. Because when he went over to Holland to do the reissue, Ghost for Smile, which was the reissue that Tim Staffel did in Holland, he actually now owns all the rights to the songs. So apparently Tim Staffel's got permission to use them, which is kind of really, really, really good as it is. John Davis, nice one, man. Good to see you, man. I haven't done it for ages. 3 weeks. How is Jade Album's doing? Jade Album's doing really well. It's been this thing has been superb. John, this album is fucking fabulous. It's been going very well. We've nearly had 25 orders per in for this thing, and it's doing whoosh, money's good. How did you like the album, by the way, John? I wanted your honest opinion. Actually, I want you to find out what tracks you liked on it, because you bought the album when it came out on the day, and I hope you received it pretty well. So give me feedback today about it, because Jay would like to know actually about that, and she's not here today. She's actually with us today. B-side record says I've been subscribing for a while, but I haven't made it. But I haven't made it to the chat before. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay, because at least one thing is, it just depends when I'm on. It's a Saturday. Saturday's really the best time to come on the week, because the weekdays I can never come on the weekdays, because having the weekdays, I'm always busy. Studio work's important, and then all of a sudden, just kind of thinking, well, kind of it's there, but it's that anyway. But the weekends are better for me anyway to do, because I'm always free. Planet Mixer says, "Hi Tez, watched a new Peter Friso interview explaining new Queen movie. He seems a nice guy. Seems a new guy. He seems a new guy, a nice guy, but hostile on questions regarding the movie. That's one thing about this. It literally has to be that new one I've seen. And I think I've seen it. I don't know yet. I'll get back to you about that next time. But if he's been hostile about the movie, maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he'll hate it. What does he want to hate it for? He regards it as 2 hours and 15 minutes long. I thought that was going to be the time for it. People weren't worried about the time for it. Was it going to be 90 minutes long? No, 2 minutes 15 seconds. That's pretty long, that really for a movie. But if they are going to try, and work it out as they want to work it out, maybe it will be fine for it. But saying that, it's kind of like we Queen fans, we want to try and find out more about why did they do this thing, you know. But it's quite long for a film. But whether Peter will say it was terrible, because you know what will happen once the premiere comes in London, he'll get interviewed and he'll say, they'll go, because you know the stupid people down there, radio guys are pathetic. So how do you think about the movie? And he's like, it was great. And he lies. He tells lying. It's like it was shite. That's my opinion anyway. But when we do our live stream of it, we're going to go, how do we feel the movie? It was like, it was alright. It wasn't the best thing, but at least it was a story we loved. There's a second one in the works, actually. There's a second movie in the works, which is going to be called The Show Must Go On, which is continuing the events from 1986 to 1991 to Dead Freddy's Last Days. If the second one comes out, well, we'll see. How they're going to play Montserrat, though, is a good question. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, the Japanese release, it's the press conference and the tea ceremony, even not on the Blu-ray release of it. That's interesting. Press conference of what? All the original Japanese footage they found. Oh, that's interesting. But that wasn't even included on the... oh yeah, it wasn't included on the original disc, was it? Because apparently that's not owned by Queen. The Japanese EMI own it, actually. But I don't know if they restore it or not. It'd be nice to keep it authentic and real and what it is. Because I think they'll do like all the segments together with like Freddie and Brian and Roger and John filming it in one continuous take. And because I know the Japanese were going a pandemonium with the Japanese over in '75 was crazy for the release of Queen 1. I really loved it. The thing about the Europeans is the Japanese are so brilliant when it comes to the fact that it's really down to earth and they go, this is ours. We love Queen. We are Queen bands. That's why they sold the catalogue over to Japan for more money. Yes, so that's interesting to find. The '75 press conference in Japan. That would be really interesting to see that. And if anybody does actually upload that on with Japanese subtitles, we can get away with it really. Work out great. Queen Official is the most subscribed channel on YouTube with 4.9 million on YouTube, beating the Beatles and Guns N' Roses being the most rock band on YouTube. That's brilliant. You know what Queen Official is? They are rubbish. They are Queen Officials. Queen Official. I don't subscribe to it anymore. I was a partner with them, but not anymore. I just don't like them because the content they're producing is just totally rubbish, and it's just too short. They should bring it out in longer videos, longer things. But ain't gonna say bad about the channel. This is the fact that Queen EMI, Queen Productions are just terrible bringing out stuff. It's just Gary Taylor's editing. It's just fucking rubbish. It's absolute worst. It's just terrible for him. But the Beatles one, I love the Beatles to bits. I mean, I think the Beatles make millions and millions of records, and it's just they're a good band. They were a good band. I actually read something in the press this week in the paper about that Paul McCartney is going back to Abbey Road to do the new photo shoot for Abbey Road. Because apparently he's going back into it, and he's going to redo it, a new version of Abbey Road 2018, which really is a good idea because, you know, he doesn't own the work, but because it's obviously owned by Apple Records, but I think that Paul was going to be thinking about buying the whole catalogue back for his songs he owns, but now obviously he's now signed to Concord Music over in the States. He's no longer in the UK now because it's part of Concord Music's part of Here Music Limited, in the States with Starbucks, because it's actually Starbucks Music who owns it as well. But he hasn't got any involvement with the Beatles songs at all. He doesn't own any of them. It's owned by the Jackson family. Michael Jackson's estate owns it, actually. One thing. Guns N' Roses I couldn't care about. Guns N' Roses to me, this is a debate I want to talk about. Guns N' Roses, right? Right, Guns N' Roses. Right. Let's go back to the 80s stuff first. Right. In the 80s and 90s they were great. From the period from the live album that came out, then it was the first album that brought out, and then it was the G and All Eyes album, EP. Then it was the Illusion tours. Illusion tours were really, 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 really good. It was really, really good. It just seemed it was just a good period. They were going for some great changes for it. But that covers album they made, definite no. It's terrible. But Guns N' Roses were good. Today, they're not so good now. They don't really. I don't think they have the popularity now that they have. And I mean, this other thing about Axl being in the band of Guns of AC/DC, just let him get up. Just let whatever Malcolm wants to do now. Just let him get on with it. C'est la vie. Just let him get on with it, for God's sake. That's just not right for a band to be broke up all the time. I do agree with the reunion they made, which everybody wanted out on DVD, and then Geffen Records said, "We're putting this out now." The reason they wanted it out was just to make sure if it would be noticeable to the band and see if people would actually like it. Maybe it did. Mad. Almost 5 million for what? Almost 5 million for Beatles. Oh, Queen official. Not bad. John says, been working loads. Aye, loads, a lot of work. So have not had time, but a couple of listens to the albums. The tracks that have stood up so far are Burn, The Secret Voice, and Break Me. Very good. Nice. The song Chains did not sound good in my car. Alright. Seemed like it wasn't produced or something like the rest of the songs. Maybe it was an effect you used on the song. It was apparently distorted. We used distortion on the vocals, and we wanted that distortion on the vocals for Jade. We just basically put it on there. So it's not. It's nothing wrong with the CD. Nothing wrong with the sound. You have to hear it from a producer side of it. We didn't want to put too much distortion on the vocals. We wanted to basically do it as we wanted it to do Chains differently on it. That's why we put Bethany's voice on, and we did it both with distortion on it. So nothing wrong with the song. It's just the fact that we just wanted to do it differently for it. We wanted to make it more grungy effect on it. That's the kind of one feel we're going for that one. So that's why Chains is done that way. So you're thinking, well, the guitars sound good, but how comes the voice sounds weird? It's not. It's just the fact that it's just something that we did. That when I was working on Chains for the last few songs we were finishing at the time, we just thought, why don't we just do like a bit of a distortion effect in it? Because I was talking to Jade about it, and she said, do that. And I said, oh, that sounds great. She says, I love it. And she loved it so much. So nothing wrong with the CDs at all. Nothing wrong with the CDs. Chains sounds great. It's probably just the way that it's probably the way that it's been mixed in the album. It's been fucking spot on. But thanks very much for your comments, though. Thanks for positive feedback. And it's still available to buy for a limited time, for lifetime now. Lifetime. You can buy it as long as you want. Because the website's getting updated next week as well, which I have to do. 2 minutes. He says, but car speakers are not the best. That's very why. Well, if you put it on a CD system, it must sound absolutely awesome. And Andy's guitar work is just phenomenal on that album. I mean, Burn's so brilliant. And we had loads of great feedback for Burn. We had a meeting yesterday. We have like a meeting every month and we talk about things and stuff. And I was saying to Jade, obviously, that your song Burn was played 4 times in Riley's in 2 weeks. And it sounds brilliant. When you hear it in the clubs, in the rock club, people go crazy for it. They love it so much. Love her voice. The voice is amazing. I'm just eating, guys, by the way, so I'm taking time. So keep your chats coming in, guys. We're going to talk about something else now. It's something interesting, actually, this time. The discussion page now. Had a lot of things this week to say. Nice people being in touch with me. So there's been a couple of messages I've received this week. First of all, Nicola Pierce got in touch, which is fabulous. Cheers, Nicola. Apparently she said she's been so busy she hasn't had time to watch it, but she downloads it on a Sunday, which is easy to watch it, really, to be honest. Anyway, she says, just let you know that today, the 25th of the 7th, 18, Amazon have the Now News the World box set for $69.95. Ooh, that's not a bad price, actually. Cheapest I've seen so far. Know you're interested in knowing the set. Link is below. Kind regards, Nicola. Thanks very much for that, Nicola. Yeah, that's $69.99. That's a pretty good price, actually, for that. I mean, that is the sort of price that they want to go for. It's big. The reason doing that is because there's a summer sale for it as well. But you can't go wrong for that price anyway from it. So that's pretty cheap, that. In the States, it'll be $89.99 in the States. $89. So you really can't go wrong with that at all. I don't know if that includes P&P or either it's at the full price of it. I've got a feeling that's probably including P&P charges. But you never know. Chad Harmon, apparently he's a new subscriber. AC/DC. Oh my god, here we go. Here we go again with AC/DC again. Chad says, some songs are okay, but seriously, AC/DC is way overrated. This is a very difficult thing to talk about, the AC/DC. Brian Johnson. 70s period with as I've said, I always keep saying, when me and Kris discuss this a lot of times, the Brian Johnson era is okay. It's not brilliant. It's alright. Some albums are good. In the 80s, albums are good. 90s albums are good. The 2000 albums, I'm lost with them. I'm totally lost with it. I would go for the as Stingy always says, Kris always says to me, Bon Scott era is the best era to go for, because he was right for the band. You know, it was early stuff. This is the early Bon Scott stuff. I've got the early stuff, which is the fraternity stuff. That's it's all very mystic, very mystic music, and very bizarre, and all sort of like very there's songs like on there that kind of like pretty gothic in a way, really, for us. Maybe. I think so. Fraternity's his first band. I think it's pretty good with that. But yeah. But the kind of period that I like is the last sort of few albums I do like. Okay. Here's the thing. From the Bon Scott era, all the albums are great. from the Brian Johnson era, I'm going to pick 5 of my favourite ones. I have to say, For Those About to Rock, because my last production working with the guys. I have to say, Fly on the Wall. I know that people say the Fly on the Wall is the worst album ever made. It's not actually. It's not a bad album. It's not an album I would really consider being really good, but it's alright for what it is. Because it was the two brothers producing it for the first time. Then you've got The Razor's Edge, with Thunderstruck being the best song ever written. And it was also the producer they used on it, who passed away before he died. He was only a young guy, actually. And I like his stuff as well. The fourth one would have to be Black Ice, because I actually did like Black Ice, actually. And the fifth one, the last album, Rockabus, which is just Brian Johnson said, I rather like Rockabus. Rockabus is actually a very nice album to finish the whole career, because, to be honest, it just works out so well. I have heard, actually, a lot of songs from Brian Johnson I've never heard before. I never knew that he sang on... Actually, I've been getting into a band, right, I've never heard of, called Jackal. And if you heard... I've just heard them a few weeks ago on Hot Radio. They played all the albums all the way through. And I heard the first album. And I'm impressed with it. I never knew that Brian Johnson was on the album, though. Just one song. I'll tell you what, it's bloody good. But Jackal's a good band. Until I read about the album, the first album, apparently the first album was very successful. Brendan O'Brien produced it, actually, before the other guy passed away. Because Brendan O'Brien was doing the first production album, mixing album was the Aerosmith album, the Pump album, which was a fucking phenomenal success. And then he did the Jackal album. And Jackal, I really like that guy's voice. What you gonna do with the eye? He does sound very similar to Brian Johnson, but they're really, really good. Good band. She says, she also says here, check out the, she says, this is Nicola Pierce, by the way, check out the Queen CD, DVD, Blu-rays this guy has for sale. My God, that collection is vast. Where is this on? MyQueenCollection.com. Okay. Oh, these are bootlegs. Yeah. Oh, apparently there's a website called MyQueenCollection.com with bootlegs from Reactions to N84 to the Complete Works Volume 4 to other albums stuff. I don't think they will be official I don't think there will be official bootlegs, but if they are released on his own label in the CDRs, I suppose really that's not bad. If you want to get in that stuff, it's really cool. But it's interesting as well. So yeah, that's called MyQueenCollection.com. If you want to go and look at that, I'll put a link in this video if you guys want to look at it. She says, can't get your Facebook page to post my comments. Probably me being daft. Upload photos, but post was grayed out. Queensville's there for everybody. There's no problems with my postings. You just go on the discussion page. You post it on the inbox page on it. Because Planet Mix has been messaging me last week, and you got through fine on it. But that's where you're basically going to be needing your things for that. So that's kind of interesting. This is another one she made. Oh, this is a long one. This one. Yeah, last week. If you guys had watched it last week, she says on last Saturday's general chat, you raised a question to me whether my recent purchase of the Freddie Mercury Solo Collection box set, which he does have now, had on the cover on the outside of the book a photo of the US version of the Mr. Bad Guy album Yes, I did raise this question last week on the album. If you saw the CD that had the original US version of it on from CBS, that is the original Columbia release of it, which I have a funny feeling that somebody's telling me to buy it for some reason, but it's expensive. She says anyway, she says, sadly my copy didn't come with the slipcase included. You what? It didn't come with a slipcase on it? Somebody must have threw it out. What a shame. However, it's absolutely the only thing missing of it or flawed with my box set. I'm very pleased. I'm pretty darn pleased with it though. The CDs and DVDs are in perfect condition, and the book is definitely kosher with the shiny silver print on the page headers and proper photographs of Freddie insert into the book's cover. I'm telling you, Nicola, that is the best one to buy. But whatever you do, don't get that Great Pretender one. Don't get that Great Pretender up there. Don't recommend it. It's just the same as that one. It's shit. And it is shit as well. It's all condensed down badly for it. She says, and the book's cover. I have taken photos of the CD DVD sets on the front and back covers, and yes, the photo of the Mr. Bad Guy album is indeed the sunglasses shot from the US cover, rather than the waistcoated Freddie sitting in the director's chair from the European UK cover. That is, wow. That is interesting. Now, I don't know whether the European releases, because if she's bought the US edition of it, that's bizarre. If you can send the pictures to me, Nicola, by the Facebook Queensville page, just go in the inbox and just privately message me on it. But you should be able to message me all right with it, unless you'll have to add me anyway on the Facebook page. Oh, my settings are all messed up. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can attach them to the comment box below. No, you can't, because on YouTube you can't do that. But I can't see that option. I can email them to you if you give me your email address, or I'll see how I can figure out how to attach them to Facebook. You can attach them by Messenger. You can. Or I'll give you my personal email. You can send it by email if you want to, but you'll have to add. I'm going to share, but my email address is not on here. But I'll put the email address on the Facebook page. Great chat on Saturday. Cheers. By the way, you were very good presenting, very relaxed and fluent. I was so sorry to hear about the lovely Devon who's moving on to pastures new. We will all miss her. She ain't moving until September. She's still here. But yeah, she's moving in September. I thought she was leaving this week. 7 weeks' time she's gone. After me and Jade finish our work. But she is anyway. But yes. But she's going to London in the middle of September. I'm hoping by the next. It's 7 weeks away, so it's quite a long. She's still here, so you'll still see her on the live streams anyway. Let's see. I hope she carries on to have a long, healthy life. Yeah, Devon will be fine. Hope you're having a good week. I hope you enjoyed that Queen and Cornwall video. The Queen and Cornwall video, I did watch it. And I think you were right, actually. But you were absolutely right. Yeah, you were right about that. That was really interesting. Started watching about the first 20 minutes of it. And I just thought, well, that is very interesting. And you were absolutely right about that, Nicola. You were spot on again. Spot on with that. And if you haven't seen that Queen and Cornwall video, just type it on YouTube and type in Queen and Cornwall. It's good. But if you never saw, Nicola, message to you, if you never saw that Queen, Is This the Real Life NL documentary, I will email it to you. I'll put the link in this video. You have to watch that. You will love it. I might cry your eyes out a little bit as well. That's cool. Thank you for your hard work. Appreciate it. Kind regards, Nicola. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I really would like to talk to you more actually about Queen. Me and you should have a chat together. It's interesting. Let me know where you're from as well. You never tell me where you're from. You're from the States, or you're from the UK. I'd like to know more about you. Jeremy Stillwell. He's also subscribed to us. New subscriber apparently. Oh, he's another one who's foreign. My favourite Queen album is still A Kind of Magic. Kind of Magic is amazing. Amazing album. And the last one we have this week is Schmers. Subscribed to me quite a long time. Talisman Forever. Talisman is still great music to listen to. I think Talisman was an amazing band. They produced some amazing tracks. And if you haven't heard the recent news, Jeff, next year Talisman may be going back to the studio and recording new material, and I hope to do, because I would love to hear a new Talisman album, just for the final time. And even if they can get bass parts from Marcel Jacobs' part and do something with it, even Billy Sheehan on bass, that would be outstanding. That'd be cool. Because I know for a fact that Eric Martinson, who I love that guy so much, I mean, I wish to God I could get in touch with him. We've got to send a copy to him as well. Don't you worry, we will send a copy to him. He apparently penned an album for Marcel Jacob to do, but unfortunately it didn't work because he died at the time. And that's why when the album for Jimmy Jameson was approached, the album they did, Never Too Late, which was the final album he did just before he died, that was an amazing album. I thought it was a great Eclipse album. It was supposed to be Eric Martinson and Eclipse, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But because they didn't want to promote it as an Eclipse album, but they wrote a huge album for Jimmy Jameson to do, and all the songs in that album were brilliant. Really fucking outstanding album that is. Really, really good. Good singer as well. It was really good with Survivor. I do like the early Survivor stuff, but I think the later Survivor stuff is better with Burning Heart and it's really love that stuff. But Jimmy Jameson was an amazing musician. He was really good indeed. Right, let's go back to the chat now. Do you know this Roadie Cube release from the Wembley gig? What? Do you know this Roadie Cube release from the Wembley gig? I don't know. Can you rephrase your question? Do you know this Roadie Cube? I don't know whether he's actually talking about Rubik's Cube, maybe Rubik's Cube. Released from the Wembley gig. I know about the Rubik's Cube from Wembley. I don't know about the Roadie Cube. I think you're probably talking about Rubik's Cube. Maybe you're talking about that. I don't know about that anyway. John says, I keep calling you Johnny for some reason. John says, first Jekyll album is good. That first album is great. The second's still good. They are like AC/DC, where their sound doesn't change much. I mean, when you hear the songs like Down on Me, and Lumberjack song, I think the Lumberjack song is brilliant. What they did with that song. I don't know what they did in that song, but it's like just bloody fantastic. I do actually say that Jackal is a great band. I just love all this stuff. Even when I was listening to 2 years ago, the best album I loved 2 years ago was Taiketo, and that Reach album, phenomenal. Especially that Run track. That can't express how much the Run by Taiketo is way fucking spot on. I don't know whether they were really going to the Queen sound on that, but that is, they should have sent out that Brian made that, and Brian would have done a good job of that song. So there's a track for you, Taiketo, The Run. The best track on the album. What a phenomenal song that is. Brilliant. Oh, Gaming Head says, it's a big cube with loads of stuff from the Wembley gig, but it's very expensive. Yes, I know about this. Yes, I do. Oh, many years ago, we go way back now. I do remember that actually. And yeah, it was inside it you had it was a big thing that was, and you had inside t-shirts, no, not t-shirts, key rings, something really good actually. They brought out. I think it was at the same time they brought out the tin box set of the German CDs from 1986, which was the flight case. Because I remember the flight case came out. And if anybody knows about the flight case, I wish somebody would have that in their collection, because that flight case is still amazing to get. With all those supposed to be DMS series ones, but I think they were replaced. But the flight case is really, really good indeed. Really good. I do remember the cube. In fact, I think Gary Taylor had it in his video. It's like, editing's my thing. Yeah, I think Gary Taylor had it in his collection. But yeah, but if you all know about Gary Taylor's side of it, then I'll tell you later. I have a friend who's a good guy, but for one of those things that he knows everything he says about Queen is very commercial, right? And doesn't like them of it because, like, Spread Your Wings track. But that means that he's not a Queen fan. Then that means he's not really into the band. He doesn't know anything about the band. He doesn't know anything about the career. He doesn't understand the music. Doesn't understand the music and the stories it goes with. I mean, when I heard the first two albums, when Kris brought the first two albums around for me in 2000, when we met in 2000, he turned me back onto Queen, and I absolutely was into it a lot. Hence the fact that when I got all my Queen collection, like here, I mean, this took forever to collect, and it's a good collection. And I am getting more, but in September. Because in September I'm going to, because after the studio stuff has a break for a 3-month break, hopefully by the time we get all these songs finished by Jade's second album, the Gothic album coming out in October, we hopefully will be back on schedule with Dead Inside. As I spoke to Jodie about that, and she doesn't want to do it. And we'll be having a 3-month break for that for now, until we're ready. So I hope we get that recorded by November. But we need to work on that a lot now on that album. So if you guys were wondering, is Jodie's album still coming out? Yes, it is. And we are happy about it as well. We're very happy about it. And there'll be more news about that coming up soon. But you have to watch it on the live streams on Facebook. So don't forget, guys, SC Entertainment Facebook page. Like that page if you want to see all the live streams of the recordings and things. Because next week, me and Jade's going to do live recordings on live stream next week on Tuesday. So look out for that. It's going to be good. Anyway, while you're getting your chats in, guys, did anybody get affected by the weather storm yesterday? It was here. We needed it here badly. The northeast suffered badly from the, well, not the weather storm. We suffered really badly with the heat here. Was absolutely awful. It was awful. I couldn't even tell you how hot it was. It was more hotter this year than last year. Last year was boiling hot. This year has been twice as hot. But I hope everybody was safe yesterday in the northeast. If you were around London somewhere, you would have got the worst weather in the world. But here where I live, we don't really suffer a lot from the weather anyway, because we live like in the middle, so we don't really get a lot of the thunderstorms that are kind of like nasty ones. It's only on the higher grounds you get it, but we get it like the medium grounds, and we don't really get a lot really for us. But it was, I'm so glad we did have a nice storm yesterday, and it's cooling down a lot now, which is nice here. But hence, I've still got the fan on, obviously, because it does get a bit warm, but now it's cooling down, and it's nice to have weather, finally, which is good. Let's see. Oh, a lot of questions coming in now. This is good. This is good. Taiketo Forever Young, one of my all-time favourite songs. Taiketo is a great band. I tell you what, I'd like to get is a whole Danny Vaughan solo album he made for Frontiers Records. I haven't got it yet. I'm still looking for that. I really do want to get. I have to say, if Frontiers is watching this back, where is our? Did you enjoy Jade's album? Because we sent it to you. We sent it to Frontiers 4 weeks ago now. We haven't heard anything back from them. And I tried to ring them, and all you get is a message saying, "How do we record?" And I'm thinking, "Speak English, please. I can't understand." So I might have to ring them on Skype, and I'll find out what's going on with the release of it. So I will get back to Frontiers Records. We'll get back to you guys soon. But we will send a copy to from Martinson now. Which you do want to send next month, actually. We will send them. Right. Gaming Head says but there is no special footage on the DVDs. What is disappointing? What DVDs? What DVDs? I don't know. Planet Mixer says Queen 1. This is an interesting question. Queen 1 does sound clashed. Like Roger referred to it. It's better listening to it with headphones. Doing Alright is my favourite track on the album. The thing... How else with the album in here? I do. Somewhere I do. Somewhere. I did it last week. Yeah. Let me see if I've got a Queen album in here. Think about Queen... Let's see. Think about this first album, right? This first album from Queen still is one of the most best introductions ever made. When I went to Elektra Records in America, and that J guy, Goris, he loved it. He said it was just a nice jewel in the crown. And this album for me is just phenomenal. I think if this album had never been out, Queen would have made it. Took them ages to do this album, but they wanted to do it themselves with a stupid idiot manager on there. They didn't get along with that. What's his name? John Anthony. They never got on with him very well because he was a manager, but he was working at Trident at the time and didn't like him very well. He didn't like his production on it. But Roy Thomas Baker came in and he did a phenomenal job with it. But the Queen version of Doing Alright is more heavier than the Smile version. The Ghost of a Smile album is great. If you get a chance to get a good album, get the Ghost of a Smile album, which is a Tim Stafford remaster. It is brilliant. And Sony Austria paid for it as well. We did. But I do have to say that yes, it does sound better with headphones on it. When you hear it now, the new remaster they brought out, the 2011 remaster, amazing. The Japanese version is better though, because Alan's got my Japanese version still. This album, the Japanese version of this, sounds amazing. And by the way, I did not burn this yet to my computer, this version of it. I did, however, burn the version of Greatest Hits, my original Greatest Hits CD. I'll tell you about that actually later. Interesting, I did that actually that time. Interesting. Right, let's have a look. Let's see. By the way, there was a draw on Facebook where you can win the cube. Nice. You have to take one or more tickets for each. £2. What? That's marketing from Universal side of it, isn't it? It is. There you go. It's still. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Jesus. Lie down, Evan. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. You go. Yeah, it's just that. Yes, we got some bad weather. We couldn't see the blood moon. Yeah, that's this blood moon business. What was going on with this? Because it was my 8-year-old niece. She wasn't happy. She couldn't see it. This bloody right. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about this blood moon business, right? Right. This it's a bit bizarre. If you live in the UK, right? Did anybody ever see this blood moon business? Right. I've been on Facebook constantly every single day, and when they keep saying about this blood moon business, to me, it's kind of just, it's something that they just really want to say. It's just, you know, as it is. What's the deal with it? It's just a moon that's red. It's just red stuff coming over the sea. But if the youngsters want to know more about it, well, it's fair by me. I mean, well, I'm not saying I'm a scientist or anything, you know. Just, but if they want to see a blood moon that's coming out, then maybe it's that then, isn't it? Blood moon. If Brian May had invested in doing new things for planets and stuff, which he still does, maybe he would have spotted it first and gone, said, blood moon, yes, and guitarist time, yeah, man, yeah. But that's even cool as well. I tell you what else got my attention this week with bands, right? Go back to bands for a minute, right? If you watched last week's live stream, I talked about some of the get your chats in, guys. By the way, we've got about another hour, so we're okay. If you watched the live stream last week, it was something about Roman Records and how people have moved over from Roman straight to the label Nuclear Blast, which is doing phenomenally very well indeed, with loads of new music they're producing. So cool. And I thought that a lot really for us. And one band I used to like, and Kris again was negative about these guys. One band I really didn't like, well, apart from the first album, was very, very good. Then it went a little bit stupid. And I'm going to talk about something, actually, an album that came out from these guys. And it's obviously Airborne. And the album came out called Running Wild, which was absolutely brilliant. First album was really good. The only thing I don't like about that band now is they are really, really, really crazy. They are in the studio with the producer they used, Bob Marlett, who worked for Rob Halford, who did Slow Down. And Bob Marlett is a great producer, a great rock producer. What I don't like about them is they just take the piss out of AC/DC. And the reason they do that is because they go crazy and they drink a lot. And I saw an interview quite a while back. I saw an interview a while back where one of the brothers was interviewed, and it looked like he was off his mind. He was just crazy. Ted Pauley, if you watched the Ted Pauley thing we did last time, you know, he was nuts. When they got interviewed, it seems he was so stupid. Didn't know where the hell he was. Seemed he was on the planet for some reason. I mean, he just said, "Hey man, yeah, it's great, man, yeah, that's it, man, yeah." He's like that all the time. He's just crazy. And the guitarist is nuts. So I don't know whether that band is crazy, whether Keith is stupid. Then the last album they brought out, the last album they brought out was absolutely ridiculous. It was pathetic. It just seemed it was repeating the same again and again and again. I wish bands wouldn't do that. Well, Kris was pissed off, really. He got angry with it and he said, "That album they brought out was a load of crap." And I said, "What are they doing?" I said, "They're screaming on the album. They're screaming too much. They're just going way too much craziness on it." So luckily, he said, "I've had enough. That's it. Go off my drive." And that's why I don't like them anymore. Even the Darkness Don't start me on the darkness. Don't start me on that. Are you excited? For what? I don't know. Could be. I'll buy Jade's album soon when I turn 18. It's in your hands, my friend. It's in your hands. You turn 18, you buy an album. You just... How old are you, like? You can't be 16, can you? 25, I'll buy. We've got actually a load more of these to do next week because we've got 10 copies to sell. I've got loads more coming actually. Let's see. Oh, Pamix says I got the first of 1-3 box sets 40th anniversary when Queen get the 5. I got the first. It's on. I got the first one of 3 box sets 40th anniversary. Oh, can't remember it now. Was when Queen get the 5 million YouTube subscribers, I'm going to get the second white box one to celebrate. I'm a bit confused on that question. I got the 40th anniversary box set. Yeah, I'm lost in that question. I don't understand it. Planet Mixer, can you just retap that out for me again? Because I'm lost in that altogether. I don't know. I don't know what you want about. I totally understand your question, but you have to rephrase it better. I can't understand it. Are you excited for the new Halloween movie? And are you going to see Slender Man? Oh, sorry, I paused the clip by accident. Oh, it's okay. So are you excited for the new Halloween movie? Yeah, this new Halloween movie, the new Jamie Lee Curtis one, isn't it? This is going to be this is supposed to be the patch up now, isn't it? Where she's trying to get him out of that mode of being a killer and trying to resolve everything with her now. I'm kind of happy for it. I don't know if it would stand up to the original though, but maybe it's time that Jason should hang his head up high, reveal himself, and do it that way. And are you going to see Slender Man? You want me to go and see Slender Man? I am terrified of that so much. I can't express. The game is completely Slender Man is one of those creepy games I can't play. When the movie comes out, I will be shitting myself. I'd be very excited to see it though. But Slender Man is fucked up. If you think Saw was fucked up, well, I'll be alright for that anyway. Just saying. So watch out. I'll tell you what else. I have another band, I said before. Don't get me started on the Darkness. Right? This is another thing. I don't like them anymore. I used to like them, but I don't. The thing about the Darkness is they started with the first album with Paolo Ferro. Apparently he was an Italian producer. No one even knew him. I have no idea. I have no idea actually why they hired that guy, because no one ever knew the guy. I thought it was a pseudonym name of Roy Thomas Baker, but it wasn't. Because then they submitted their demo material to him in Italy, and it went thingy for him. But the Darkness' first album, I think, was very ingenious. But when they went to the Brian May one, because Brian May's on the second album, it's a piece of crap. I don't like that band anymore. Because I got sued on, well, contract. The Darkness got sued on one song called they used a riff they used a riff of a the Cult song which was She Saw Sanctuary, and they weren't allowed to use that, and the Darkness got sued over that, and the lead singer from the Cult sued the pants off them because they illegally used it without permission, and he was really annoyed with it as well. So that's why I don't like them anymore. Because when they got played on radio, and Kris said, "Who's this?" I says, "The Guardians." He says, "No." I said, "Yeah." He says, "They've just stolen that song off the fucking Cult." He says, "They haven't got the right to do that song, have they?" No. And it's like fire rivals, and Darkness for me can go to hell. I'm not bothered about them anymore. Don't like them anymore from it. Let's see. Excuse me. Senderman, I already played it 14 years ago. Senderman is creepy as fuck. I'm 17. 17, is that you are? Very young Queen guy. Very knowledgeable guy you are. 18 in 2 weeks. I'll get Jake to sign a copy for you as well. You can buy the website. You can buy it on SC Entertainment and on Discogs as well. You can buy the website. The website address is on this video, and reserve it. There's plenty of copies there for you guys. And if you want to go, if you would like to support us for the vinyl release of this, go to diggersfactory.com. Support us in there. And you can buy it. You've got 30 days left to get it. Right. Studio albums when the band moved to Universal from them when I bought 3 box sets. Oh right, that one. I see. I got you now. So you was a 2011 reissues. The box set you bought, then you had to buy another one. I got you now. Yeah, that's right. And then the white box set and used the world going up. Yeah, that's right. Because you had the first 5 in the box set, then you had the next 5, and then the next 5. That's right. Yeah, it's just the way they were doing it from that time anyway, because you had to buy more CDs and it. But they're now cheap to buy now, really, because I said 2011 versions are, for me, what pride and joy. But I got rid of them because I sold them to, I gave them away in pop quizzes we did, and that pop quiz we did many years ago on Rock Show Live. But I don't need to buy them anymore because A, I don't have the space, B, I've got all on download with all the original covers on them, and C, they're there for life. So I've got them for life now. Let's see. That says, I thought what was scary about that Slender Man is a white figure in a smart business suit until I saw his used tentacle powers to cope you like a ghost. There's one thing about that game, Mike, that I really to this day I can't understand. And I watched it on Girls Play, that I no longer watch anymore, actually. And to be honest with you, I'll talk about Girls Play in a minute. But the Senderman game, when I watched it on the Girls Play channel, I think Senderman was so very clever how they did it. But when you watch it, that's crazy as fuck. They're supposed to be making a Five Nights at Freddy's. It's supposed to be coming out as well, that film, but it's been postponed. But you never know. But Girls Play. I don't speak about Girls Play a lot. I mean, the Girls Play channel has been going over a lot of changes. People have left, moved on. There's only one survivor member left now, which is Sydney, who originally ran Girls Play. I never knew that, actually. But apparently, what happened, apparently, if you guys weren't aware, a lot of things were going on with the girls. There was apparently a fight going on with the Girls Play production staff, and apparently they were all not getting along very well. But some drama happened on the live stream, and everything went crazy. And that's why Girls Play are, at this minute, people are left because the channel's been suffering badly from people having arguments all the time, and the live streams have not been very popular for it either. And they have been continuing to try and resolve everything. Ken's has tried to resolve everything, but everything went wrong. And unfortunately, Girls Play, I'm going to have to unsubscribe from them, because a good thing I did for them. Early days were great. Right now, it's not the same as it is, and I don't like it anymore. I love the old style of how the girls did it with Mariah, who's left now. Ken's has left. Andrea's left. Sydney's still there, trying to resolve everything. But the future Girls Play might be ending, because Girls Play is going to be no more, and that's what I've been told. What's your grandma? Go on, bye then. So that's why I didn't like Girls Play now, and I'm sorry to say to Girls Play, but I'm very happy that if you guys are moving on to what you want to do it well. But from my point of view, I'm sorry, but I won't no longer be subscribed to you guys, because I think things are getting way too out of hand, and I think it's all come down to the gamers who are really pathetic on there. So anyway, but that's Girls Play out of the way for a start. But Slender Man, yeah, I'm excited to see it, but I think I'll be scared me pants off it though. Right, it's 5:10. It's live here on YouTube. We're here till 6 o'clock until she decides to go out live. More questions coming in. Gaming Head says, I don't have many Queen albums yet, but I'll start with the first album and buy the CD and vinyl of it. Good man, good man. The vinyl version of it, vinyl's the way to go really for it. I mean, to this day, I've still got vinyl here anyway from this, and I'm still buying vinyl to this day, and everybody's been asking me, Jade's album should be out on vinyl. Well, it is coming out on vinyl, and if you want to buy it on vinyl, diggersfactory.com, search for Jadan, A Secret Voice, and please support us for the vinyl release to come out. The vinyl release is coming out, but do support us. We've got 30 days left to get the campaign up and running for it. Right. Okay, but I'll start the first time by the CD and vinyl of it. Buy the vinyl version, it is better. Were you a fan of the X-Files? That's a good question. That's a good question. BBC, right, oh God, it is a good story for you. It is a good story. 1995 was a brilliant year for me. Was a goddamn good year for me. 95 was, that was the day, that was the year, that was my best year I ever had. Noah's House Party was on the TV. Telly in the 95 was so brilliant. Playing on that ZX Spectrum was so good. Programming as well. Production music was good. Loads of good jobs I had. And X-Files. We had cable TV at that time, and we had a cable box, and basically I had cable TV and Sky One in the UK. Great channel still. There's not as good as it is now, but X-Files was really good. I wasn't a fan of it, but I loved what the best one they ever did was Samantha, that was the best one they ever filmed. But the X-Files was from the David Duchovny years. I loved that stuff to bits. I didn't like it from when the new guy came in though, but X-Files was brilliant. BBC Two was the best channel to watch it on. BBC Two, still to this day, is the best. BBC Two in the UK is the best for goddamn things, because BBC Two can do whatever they want. And I still have to say, BBC Two, you are fucking fabulous. They can play whatever they want in BBC Two because they're great. Amazing. I don't like that new Top Gear though. That new Top Gear program can go to hell. And then, to be honest, it should go off the air altogether. Get rid of it. Move it over to Dave. Put it on Dave. Put the Clarkson stuff on BBC Two. BBC Two is great. Right, I like to see. You go away in time now, won't we? I like to see Freddy's ghost, but I think he would be most of the time in a gay club. We've just moved on from Queen. Now we're getting Ghost now. I don't know what to say about that actually. Good question though. Not really. I don't know how to say that actually. From my point of view. Maybe Jade might have it. Maybe if Jade was here, she would say something about it. Yeah. So what to say about that actually. Interesting. Do you like the Conjuring movies? Give me a minute. I'll get Devon back in now. Devon, get in. Get in. Get in. Well, stop crying then. Going on soon. Going on soon. Yeah. Devon's just crying for nothing. Do you like Conjuring movies? I do like both of them actually. 1 was really good. 2 was a bit alright. But to be honest, good. Here we go. That Mixer says, also Peter Freestone has referred that 20th Century Fox have took over the Queen vaults to use whatever music they want to put on the movie. So we could see perhaps a new track. Right, well that's a damn good question. Right, well this is the thing I was worried about. I'm really worried about this, right? 20th Century, that's what I don't understand. Right, Peter Freestone's referred 20th Century Fox have took over the Queen vaults to use whatever music they want to put on the movie. Right. Okay. So Fox has put an investment into it now, because it's obviously owned by Disney now. So Fox has bought. They've invested in buying all the multi-tracks from them to use in the movie. Right. What I don't understand is it's going to mess up the soundtrack. They're going to record everything. I know they are. I don't think the soundtrack will be good. And if we see a new track on, it better not be. Let me know hot again, because I don't want to make the rest of us know. I think the soundtrack will be a disaster. I mean, if it comes out on that, I mean, I'm not buying it for a start. But I'm worried about the soundtrack. And I'm really worried about it. And Kris will be as well. He'll be thinking, what have they done on this? It ain't going to be the same. Oh. There's a thunderstorm coming. It won't be the same. And it will never ever happen. But that to me is just kind of a bit ish in a way. So that's a bit bizarre. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Yeah. Very weird. So yeah, so I don't know about that. So let's see. Guess gaming heads, gaming heads, but not sure on the spin-off Dolls movies. Dolls movies, not Chucky stuff. No. Annabelle, didn't watch it yet, but there will be a movie about the nun in the cinemas. Well, I mean, Annabelle is all right. Not the best, but it works well for it, I suppose. So can't go too bad with it, to be honest. As it is anyway. I did watch Freddy Got Fingered in It's a Flaws movie with Tom Green. Now Tom Green's terrible. I think he's absolutely terrible. He's absolutely terrible. We are just about to have a A big thunderstorm apparently now. Oh, just a big grey one that's come over the studio, over the New Zealand area. Unexpected to see it though. Yeah. Well, we just staying for it. Well, that was unexpected, wasn't it? Yeah, Tom Green doesn't do justice for any movies. To be honest with him, he's not very good at it. So, as far as I understand, Tom Green, I couldn't give a crap about him because he's just terrible. He's really, really terrible. Rip Torn was great in Freddy Got Fingered. Rip Torn, terrible director, terrible actor, but he does good for what he does anyway. For me, I can't see him bad about that. But he is bit better. But yeah, but he's okay. So I don't know whether the best things to do, either you like films, hate films, or mediocre films. It's as it is anyway. So, but yeah, for the sort of thing the movies are sort of like. I like the sort of like the funny ones, the good ones, the charismatic ones. For me, whatever movie I like it for a reason, and they're good as well. That's cool. Right, have we got any more questions before I leave? Devin's just going to bark now. So I'll go and see what Devin wants, and then we might have to end this Queensville. What do you want? Kitty! Hi. See, Devin? Everybody was thinking you were going, but you're not. You're staying. Yeah, Devin is staying with us for 7 weeks until she's ready to go home. Right, she's a baby girl. Yeah, she's doing alright. Yeah, she's doing really well actually. She hasn't had any more upset stomachs and stuff. She's been doing really well indeed. But she's been, yeah, she's been healthy. Running around a lot. She's been managing to get out today. We got out this morning for a walk, but we're going to wait till this horrible storm goes away first, which should be just it's a minor one actually for some reason. It's not even that warm outside. It's just somehow when we have had thunderstorms yesterday was just needed one anyway. But whether it's going to be coming and going this weekend, I mean, we are expecting one today, which this is the one we're waiting for now. So I mean, it's just fine as it is. It takes sort of clearing thing in a way, but it's clearing the air nicely for us anyway, which is good. We needed it. What's your favourite horror movie? Ah, nice one, nice one. Right. Well, I wouldn't say horror movie. I would say possibly. I would say VHS. VHS. The first VHS movie was very good. The second VHS movie was a load of crap. It was the ending got me. You know, thinking he was coming out. The first movie was brilliant. Especially the last thing they did was great. Love it. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Really good. Really good. I do like the Saw movies. I didn't see the last Saw movie. Well, sorry, yes, I did. Saw 3D, I saw. Oh, that was a little rubbish. It was rubbish. I liked the last few ones he made were really good with the meaning in it. I like them so much. Really good. Did you see That's My Boy Tez with Adam Sandler and Vanilla Ice in, referring to that Donnie Burger needs 50 grand, and as Vanilla Ice must be loaded from Ice Ice Baby, and he said he took 50% royalties of Queen. Actually, that's all the bullshit. That apparently, well, actually, this is what I understand from what I was told. He was interviewed many years ago. He was on that jungle program that Ant and Dec do with the celebrity jungle show thing, and he was there, and he said apparently they paid over like $9 million to Queen for the usage of the song of that. And apparently It's true, he did. But whether or not it was done that way, I have no idea. Let's see anyway. And the music company takes 3%. He owes money when he gets that paid. He doesn't actually owe the money. Apparently, he pays it back to Queen because apparently he doesn't actually own the song because he just basically used the riff. Earthquake did a thing of it, just pour it on and go. Can't read them. So no. I watched Get Out yesterday. Great movie. Yeah. I'll tell you what movie I like of Adam Sandler's is The Waterboy. The Waterboy is a hilarious film. I think that Waterboy film is so funny. It's a brilliant script. Just this guy with a cancer in his back and he's thinking, "Hey, I got water here. Do you want it?" It's just, that was the best one he ever made. That didn't do well at the box office, but did well on video. But for what's his name? David Geffen was really good. So I recommend that. But I tell you what's just been posted on Facebook this week. They've been going back into they've been getting back into the old movies that Nickelodeon made. The first one they ever filmed was the film Harriet the Spy, which was backed up apparently by Herbert Ross. I didn't know that actually. Herbert Ross backed it up for Rat Star Productions, and Harriet the Spy was a brilliant film, very good film indeed. And but the worst film that I ever saw was that. Remember that Keenan and Kel program that was on Nickelodeon, the afternoons per on. Keenan and Kel was funny as hell. But the film they made, that bad film, that Good Burger film they made, was a load of rubbish. It was dreadful. Because BBC showed it, because they wanted to put in the worst movies of the world and stuff. And BBC showed it in the afternoon, all full version of it. And what a load of rubbish it was. It was just nothing but pure garbage. No wonder it was MTV's way of, "Oh, here's some money, guys, go on, make a film." It's like, yeah, but from what? Stupid McDonald's restaurant. Ridiculous. So no, I wasn't impressed with that film at all. Do you like Silent Hill, Tez, the games and the movie? I haven't seen Silent Hill. I haven't seen the movies. I've seen the games, but I haven't seen the movies. And that's what I need to watch actually for that. One movie I did watch last week was Ghosts. I loved it. But I think it was cut. There was some parts apparently that were cut out of the film. I don't remember that film being 90 minutes long. For YouTube's sake of it, they had to cut the parts out there was apparently the fight scene was cut out of it. But if you ever saw that movie Ghosts, it's still on YouTube. So I do recommend it. I downloaded it. I've still got on my drive. Oh, I welled up at the end of it. Oh, it's so good. So good film, that. Really good indeed. So I recommend that. Ghosts. By Nick Broomfield. Great film, that. But no, I've never seen Silent Hill. I have seen Alone in the Dark. And I have seen all the Resident Evil movies. I think I've seen up to about Afterlife. I think that's the last one I saw actually. But I haven't seen the last one. But Silent Hill I never saw. I will watch it though. I've been watching the old 90s Midsomer Murders Tez this week. It's been really good. Episodes go for 100 minutes each. Yeah, because ITV3, obviously ITV3's got all the rights to the show now, and it's that's really good. Yeah, ITV3 is really good for drama actually. I think my mum loves watching that a load of times on a Sunday. She was watching Frost. Frost is brilliant. But they show them all uncut though on ITV3. They showed the all uncut versions of the shows that ITV has. They show them all uncut with the adverts inside, with all the original inserts coming into it. Spot on. Well worth it. Yeah, Midsomer Murders is good. I like the Pyro as well. Hooker, Pyro. Pyro was really good indeed. But I love watching those sorts of things. I love watching on the buses. I love watching old TV shows. Which apparently gave me the other thing to talk about. The next what's it called? Angry Penguin video that we're filming. Somebody has referred to me doing a worst 80s video of the world. Well, I started doing it. I have found something for the trailer of it, right? And bear with me on this. It's going to work out really good. Got something really good for the trailer coming up for the next Angry Penguin video, and we're still going to do the TV things, but I think this one we've got, the footage we've got for this is hilarious. It's bloody funny. It's just like it's just basically what it is. It's a bit weird in a way, but it will work. Trust me on this, okay? Because I'm going to put subtitles in the video. So words make it do. And I'm doing that video in the next couple of days because we don't have any work scheduled. Well, we've got like 4 more weeks before the studio's closed for all the next few weeks because although I'm getting back to doing Queensville now a lot with all that, and then I'm beginning to do other things in it. But this next Angry Penguin video, people wanted me to do the worst 80s videos in the world. Well, we are going to do that. But I have looked through a load of old videos. I mean, terrible singers, terrible videos ever made. And I think this one's going to be better than the Muddy Guts one we're going to make. And we are filming that maybe at the weekend. Actually, I think we're doing that on Saturday. Maybe if we can get time. But we'll see anyway. But yeah, but that's coming up soon. So look out for that. And if you guys got any ideas of any of your worst videos or anything else, let me know and I'll stick it in the video for it. And no copyright issues with it. It'll be absolutely fine to use because I've looked at some really bad ones and they are embarrassing. That's a big thing, isn't it, as well? Also, talking about last week, if you saw the Viva Swai thing last week, I did find it on YouTube. Well, I found it, but apparently I don't think it was full. It seemed it was just cut out loads of bits out of it. Oh, apparently the reason they were scared to cut it out was because of the songs they couldn't use, Nazis they couldn't use. Because apparently they showed an alternate version of Nazis in their original thing of it. But the Jam ones, yeah, the Viva Swai Jam, fabulous. I even found also the opening, when he did the Champions of the World, where it's got on there, hi, so to tell you can join me on this Viva Swai for Jam. And I found that part as well. It was really good. Really good show. That I wish they would keep doing that show. Brian's was the best one though, because Brian seemed intense on that interview, especially in interviews for reasons back that I taught. German TV is so boring now. German TV is so much boring reality TV. I don't watch it anymore. Do you know what? I subscribe to a channel called News Be Funny. News Be Funny, right? And it's the best thing to ever watch. Just the bloopers and outtakes of what goes wrong on live TV and everything else. And I love that channel to bits. Brilliant. Because he finds every month, he brings out a video every month, and he brings out the worst. Brings out the worst sort of worst videos and worst whatever else as well. He brings out a compilation every month of TV bloopers gone wrong, and I love watching it all the time. I think it's a brilliant channel. Says you should watch the movie Get Out. It's not a typical horror movie. Is it recently out or is it new? Let me know. 80-year-old couple, old neighbours with spy walkie-talkies, seeing who comes out in the neighbour, so they can sell pot stoned chocolates cakes to sell them outside the village outside with someone. Is that an actual episode? That maybe I should have used that in there then. There's ITV goes, oh, you can't use that ITV policy. It's like you'll get paid. It's like, yeah, that's an interesting thing. That actually, yeah, I like watching at about 6 o'clock when we have our dinner. Me and my mum make our dinner. My mum puts on every afternoon at 6 o'clock. Heartbeat. The show Heartbeat. Can't get enough of Heartbeat. I just love all the music in the show. I love when they played in one episode. They played Time of the Season by the Zombies. And then they played, what's the other one they played? I Can See for Miles. And they play all these 60s stuff in the show, and it's great. Then there was the other show that came out, which was the second show, The Royal. And they did it exactly the same as that one. And The Royal is really good for it, especially when they played Dusty Springfield. And I think my mum's getting a lot of back into the 60s music and stuff because she loved it so much. I mean, she loves Dusty Springfield to death. I mean, that CD she's got downstairs, the greatest hits of Dusty Springfield. I can't get over her voice so much. It's amazing. Even that song she did, I Close My Eyes and Count to 10 on that CD, is her most amazing music I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I don't mind for the 90s stuff she did, Reputation and all that stuff, but saying that, love Dusty Springfield. Brilliant singer. Jade sounds like that actually. She does sound a bit like Dusty Springfield really for what she is, but she's amazing. Wait till Jodie's song comes out. Yeah. Especially My Best Days, that we still Jade did the vocals for My Best Days for Jodie's album. Oh, can't get over that so much. And that is a song we will bring out on YouTube when we record the vocals for Jodie's vocals on that song, because I really want to get it out on this single, because I really think you can just to get it out. Typical Me was going to be the single release, but I'm thinking, no, big on My Best Days. That would be the best song you could ever do for me. I'll do another promotion for promoters as well from it. That would be really good indeed. Yes, with who? Actress Raquel from Only Fools and Horses being a killer in the mud in the Midsummer's episode. Is that Raquel, the one that was John Challis's thing? Was it? I watched Only Fools and Horses for ages. I need to get back and watching TV again. But if I start watching Only Fools and Horses, I will lose my concentration of music. I'm going to totally lose that. It's in 2006 and 2007. I watched it on Sky Germany. Sky Germany. Yeah. Del Boy's Wife. That's the one. Yes. Yes, I have. I tell you, here's something interesting I saw this week. Was it Thursday? It was on Thursday, the one show, which I hate so much. It's like for Blue Peter all over again. Hate that show. Or what's her name was on it? Susan George was on it on Thursday, and I looked at it and I went, "Is that Susan George?" It's like, no way. And she still looks to this day amazing. She is amazing, and she, I'm sure, because if you watch the North House Party, the old ones, every Saturday, brilliant. I watched it last week, and I watched the Susan George one. Can't get over it. And I think Susan George had a crush on Noel Edmonds during the making of the program, because twice she came up to the stage, she didn't even know, he didn't even know that she was thinking. But I'm sure they were dating. I'm sure they were dating early. I think he had a bit of a fling with it as well. And then Helen was always keeps saying, "You kissed her." Yeah, it's really, really amazing stuff as well. You guys are bringing me a lot of questions today, which I'm loving so much as well. Really am. Oh yeah, one other thing to tell you guys: Chris's new videos today, Metal One-on-One reviews, have been going really well. He has uploaded 2 videos this afternoon, so go and watch them after this. Give him his positive feedbacks, please. Metal One-on-One, link is down here. Also, the videos are on my channel, which is Metal One-on-One. I have to sort it out today. I haven't had time to go and sort the playlist yet, but today, this playlist we're getting sorted out today. And you guys can go and support that guy. So Chris's channel, Metal One-on-One. He only started last week, and I love the videos he's doing. Producing 2 videos per week. But he needs to do 10 in 1 week, but he's done them so well. Edited is fabulous. But really good indeed. Yeah. Right, this week, yes, we've been working with Jade this week on new songs. We did 3 songs this week. We did I'm on Fire, your Kelly Marie song. We did we're doing a new version of Break Me for the Gothic album. We're keeping the same arrangement for it. We're doing something in the middle section of it. We're going to make it really intense for the special mix we're going to do for that. And she's also been writing two originals called Save Me, and one called Number 9. And Number 9 is going to be great. We get recording that song next week. I look forward to it. More questions. Pat Nixon says, I once donated to the Mercury Phoenix Trust with buying the track Little Freddie Goes to School on Amazon. Did you enjoy the track in 2015? I've never heard it. Never seen it. That's something new to me. Never heard about this before. This was an Amazon exclusive. One of the best things I like from Google was the 3D, the Queen 3D, Bohemian Rhapsody experience, using your phone as a thing and using it as that. What an ingenious thing that is. If you've got the nerve to watch that on YouTube, watch it. When you get to the end though, don't do what I did. Break down in 20 minutes. The ending is so strong. It's amazing. It's just wow. I wish they'd bring that out actually on that for some reason. It's free on YouTube. Just type in Little Freddie Goes to School. Right, I'll have it. Right, okay. I'll put that in the video notes below this thing anyway. I've never heard of that before. He goes to school. I mean, I know about the Google one, which is the Don't Stop Me Now, and there was the animation ones he used to do, but it costs Google a lot of money to do that. Google London was really good. That's really unusual. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out next week, and I'll give you my opinion about it next week. See you next week. Now on night time I'll do it, because night time's better for me, because I like watching videos on night times. Yeah, I'll do that. Interesting that. But I like art, but some of the best ones that Google did was that obviously the Bohemian Rhapsody experience was really good. I wish they had just put it out in 2D format. That would be great to see that in 2D. But I think somebody did upload a 2D version of it actually, where they were doing it like this and the obstacles and everything, and it was really amazing. But you've got to have a special. Because YouTube created this new thing where you can do like 360 degrees round thing on it, and it actually worked out great. And then I think Google brought it out again, and but you can go like 360 degrees in it, and they'll fix the 360 degrees in it, and it was really good indeed. There's a lot of videos doing that now actually with 360 degrees in it, which is really good indeed for it. I've heard this week Air Race's new album is coming out soon. Mr. Laurie Mansworth's been producing that album for them guys. The new single's out now actually. I've also heard a couple of more new tracks from Bigfoot's album. Dirty Thrills I've heard. Love Dirty Thrills, great band. There's a lot of good stuff I've heard this week. And it was also Jeff Scott Sutler's birthday this week as well. I forgot to tell you guys. Monday was his birthday. Celebrated this week. Happy birthday, Jeff. We had a great birthday. And he had a great birthday party. It was good. And also Nathan Marriott from Inglorious celebrated his birthday as well. And he had a great birthday. So I thought we had a great time there. Jeff is back in the studio soon doing his new album, and I'm looking forward to that as well. I know we shouldn't be caring about him because he is an idiot, but does anyone know what happened to Paul Printer? He was still alive or dead? Good question. I haven't got a clue. I don't know if he's back in America. I don't know what he was. I know that he was his personal assistant for the American tours, But Paw Printer, I haven't got a clue. I'll find out next week. We'll find out. Or someone knows about it, Google it. Let me know. But no, I've got no idea. But he was, I think, apart from that guy, I think Bill is the one. Bill, was it Bill? He was the nasty one. He was nasty. But it was just his. He actually was the one who started getting Freddie into the front of music things, you know, for when his album Mr. Bad Guy, which was just a flop anyway. I still think that the Mr. Bad Guy album, if it had been re-recorded before he died, he did the Barcelona mix he did, then that would have worked out great for it. But obviously now it's not really, you know, nothing happened to it anyway. Certain person wants to go. Come here, Devin. Come here. Come on. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, go down. Get down. Get down. Because we have to go now. We've got. If there's any more questions, I'll take them and then we'll go because we have to disappear soon as well. One last thing. We're looking forward to when the early dark nights happen at 9 o'clock. Early nights happen at 9 o'clock. It's happening now. You mean the 5 o'clock ones coming up? I will be looking forward to that actually when it goes back to darkness again. In October, it goes back in October. When they go back to normal. Yes, I'll be happy when they go back. Yes, I'm going to go back as well. I'll actually be very happy we'll be going back because finally we'll get somewhere with it. And it's just decent to have something for the time it's made anyway, which is cool. But yeah, I will be looking forward to that. Very cool indeed. Be good. Right, any more questions? I'll take one more question before I go. One more question. Make it a good one. And then I've got to sign off because we're going to take you know who out for. Well, since that little storm went away, we'll go out now anyway from it. Just a quick mention, guys, that if you are still interested in getting this, the links are on this page here. You can go to facebook.com/Queensville. You can also go to ST Entertainment 2018 for the new things of this one. Look out for some live streams coming up next week. Looking forward to them. And also, we will be. Let's get this camera so that and also, you guys can still order this online on Discogs. It's still available to buy on Discogs, guys. So there's loads more copies available for you guys to do this. I think we've got the standard print and the deluxe print as well. So it's still available for you guys to buy. And I'm really impressed with this first release we've had. It's just been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. So very, very impressed with it, guys. Very happy with it, which is really good. Right, well, Gaming Head, Planet Mixer, thank you so much for all your great comments today. Thank you for all the questions. Really enjoyed it indeed. We will hopefully next Saturday, hopefully, if things work out, Jade may be coming back to do another Q&A session because you guys want another one apparently. Because I got messages saying, "Are you going to do a new Q&A session with Jade?" Well, it's there. It's there for you guys. We could arrange it soon. I don't think we'll do it in the next couple of weeks, but we'll let you guys know anyway. But we are going to be busy next week, and the next 3 weeks we've got booked. We are solidly going to be so busy the next 3 weeks. Maybe 5 weeks actually. We're going to have that because we've got 5 weeks until Jake goes back to university. We haven't got very long left now to do this one, so we've got to do this, finish the second album off, and then after that we have our last meeting coming up in 5 weeks' time, which is the 31st of August, and that will be when it'll be all sorted out for that anyway, which is even cool. But thank you very much, guys, to everybody tuning in. I really appreciate the comments today. Thank you very much. It's been a better session today. Next week is going to be another Queensville event with Devon here. So every Saturday, 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. is the best time for us to come on, because we can't do during the weekdays. No way. And if there's a message going out to Greg since Bootlegs, can you please tell me you still want to do that Use the World thing, because I am still interested to do it, but I haven't heard anything back from you, mate. So please do let me know if it's convenient for you as well, which is let me know anyway from that. Apart from that, guys, have a good weekend, have a great week. See you guys next week for another live Queensville event. See you then. Bye.